Hello, everyone. This is Nyabwanze teacher. Again, we are doing a very important video today on how to improve your English because basically, whatever I'm doing right now, always teaching vocabularies, grammar, and everything else is basically on how to improve our English in terms of speech, writing, reading, and also listening in the language. So we are going to move straight to the points. Number one, you should surround yourself with English. That is, you should be in an English environment. That is, try to be in contact with English as possible. That means the environment you are in is surrounded by English. For example, people that speak in English. TV, that is, maybe you have TV programs that speak in English. Radios, like long time ago, people used to have radio programs. They go in a lesson and then they listen to a radio and basically they gain that. Then internet, there's a lot of English in the internet. Like right now, I am teaching English in YouTube, my YouTube channel. So you can go there and learn so many things and many others. So basically, the first thing is to surround yourself with English environment. And then secondly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. To continue says mistakes are part of the learning process. Speak and write without worrying about them. If you don't make mistakes, you will not learn. So when you make mistake and somebody corrects you, basically you are learning. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you make mistakes, then you're learning. It's like when you want to be successful, you have to take a risk. So the risk that you want to take when learning English, you have to first make mistakes. Even as teachers of English and linguists and people that are eloquent and fluent in the language, at first, most people had a problem. But now, consistency, making mistakes, correcting errors, error is to man and man is to error. So as you correct errors, you're learning the language. Thirdly, organize your learning so that you have some time to study and practice every day. How will you organize your learning? You can organize your learning by creating a timetable. Maybe if you're a learner or you are an adult that want to learn the language and you're very busy in your work, you can create a timetable or a reminder in your diary or in your calendar where you can learn the language every day. As we usually say, consistency pays. So as you learn every day, you are learning the language. You're gaining fluency. You're gaining vocabulary stock. You're gaining mastery of the language, grammar and syntax and everything and rules. As you do that every day, you become fluent. You can even become the best of the best in the language. So you organize yourself. You can organize your timetable. If you're a learner, you can put it in a timetable. And then if you're an adult, maybe you're very busy, you can write it in a diary where you remind yourself at what time you're going to read or do revision or read a novel or you're going to listen to a program. You can organize yourself the time, the date, and also the duration so that in the end you benefit adequately. And then fourthly is practice the 4 basic skills of language. I'm sorry about the spelling here. Practice the 4 basic skills of language. The first skill of language is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. They are all necessary to improve your English. These are skills of language. Almost all languages language, to learn a language, you must know and practice the four skills of language. In our curriculum, especially here in Kenya, in every unit, there must be a topic on listening, a topic on speaking, reading, and writing, so that when you finish a unit, you shall have covered all the skills of language. So this one will help to improve your proficiency in the language. Listening in the language, you can listen and comprehend what somebody is speaking in the language. You can also speak in the language. That clearly proves that you know the language. You can read in the language clearly and fluently and in the correct pace and speed. And you can also write correctly in the language, where we test composition writing, functional writing skills, where you test on spelling, sentence structure, sentence construction, punctuation, and many others, and also the use of vocabulary correctly. Next, number 5, on how to improve your English. You can improve your English by keeping a notebook for the new vocabulary. How is this important? It is important in the sense that in the notebook, you're going to write the meaning of that new vocabulary, the translation, maybe how it is written, or the origin, uh, or how that particular vocabulary can be used in different contexts, examples, and even pronunciation. So the notebook can come in handy because you are writing down the meaning of the new vocabulary that when you're gaining on the semantics. You're getting what the word means, the translation, examples of sentences, and maybe the synonyms and or antonyms, and even pronunciation will be very important. In the end, you're improving English language, because that is the language that we are talking about right now. And then, um, as you do this, also remember, should arrange the work clearly, so that when you go back to check the vocabulary, you easily comprehend what is all about. And then sixth, download a dictionary and some language learning applications, so that you can use your mobile phone to continue learning. I have seen advertisements on a language app like Duolingo, where people learn languages. I think Duo is for two, where you keep your dictionary. Download a dictionary, that's so that you have a working dictionary. You have it every time. Ambia nani anyamaze. Can download a dictionary and some language learning applications. So a dictionary will be invaluable. You'll be learning vocabulary from the dictionary anytime. You're using your handset, because this is a mobile phone. You'll be getting the meanings very fast, so that you avoid procrastination. As they usually say, procrastination is an enemy of progress. So you should download a dictionary in your mobile phone. Go to Google Play app, search it, and download. And maybe if you have not signed in to your email or into your Google account, you can sign in using your email, and then you go there and download from the Google Play app a dictionary. There are many dictionaries, so you have to download a dictionary that is authentic. There's one that I usually use, British English. It is a good Oxford dictionary. It is recommended to use. So you should download a dictionary and language learning application like Duolingo, as I've said, and many others. So you can research on the language learning application, so that you don't have to pay for a teacher to teach you, because it may be expensive. or you may not have to watch from the YouTube, maybe because you don't have bundles. But again, dictionary is key. Next, number 7, make the most of your social networks to learn English. Social network is basically the internet. Uh, you learn English, you watch TV and radio in English, and read the press English. That means you can read from a magazine, learn vocabulary in English. You can watch TV and also radio using the internet. Yeah, right now we have digital TVs where you can just connect to the YouTube and watch TV there and also learn. So because there is a million vocabularies, there's a million library, there's a big library in the internet, millions of works of arts. Very good teachers are online. Very good English teachers of English are online. Very good language teachers are online. Yeah, me being one of them. I believe that is true. So if you make use of their social networks, this one will become good. You learn, you'll do very well in English. Lastly, but not the least, set realistic long-term goals. Set realistic long-term goals and review, and also review. I've used repetition here because I just want to emphasize on what you're supposed to do. All these points that I've given, you have to review them. But again, the last point says set realistic long term goals. You can set the goals that you want to achieve when learning this language. It's like you're setting objectives. By the end of this year, I shall have learned English, or I should have learned this and this, or I should have known how to write, how to read, and also how to speak fluently in English. When you set the goals, it means you are persistent, you are zealous, and also you want to achieve this particular goal. So this one is going to help you, in fact, to achieve your goal. So repeat these procedures. Repeat, review, do them again, do it, continue doing it until the day that you shall have achieved to learn English. In fact, you can use these steps also to learn other languages. So this is very important. This is Nyabohanze teacher. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I request you to comment and tell me which way is better, or which way you can also add, and also tell me if these tips have helped you to learn English. I'm talking to students that want to pass the English exam. I'm also talking to about enthusiasts of English that want to learn English. I'm also talking to about everybody. I think everybody will be very proud to know the language. Yeah, and any other person that is listening to me. Thank you very much for listening. Remember to subscribe to Nyabonze Teacher. Share to everyone that you know, so that everybody gets to learn. Thank you very much. Love you. Have a lovely day.